I know after a little hiatus, and I've just been really busy, so forgive me. I know I keep saying I'm going to come live more often, but it's not always possible. And now that I am writing for Hindustan Times, it's about 4 articles that I have to submit a week. So it can get a bit hectic. Now I have prepared a very extensive report for this upcoming lunation because I felt the need to come here and tell you about this lunation because it is difficult. And I have been experiencing this difficulty myself, as well as hearing people going through impossible things. And it's been hard. So let us delve straight into this. There will be an astrological update explaining to you, the energy that is coming forth, which is difficult. It is not easy, so and then there will be, of course, a ton of remedies, mantras, as well as a tarot reading for all the 12 signs. Now, before I begin, let us take a moment to acknowledge Ganpati, from whom comes all knowledge, all mathematics. All knowledge, all mathematics, all right? So, when we invoke Ganpati before anything, what we do, we invoke Ganpati before any endeavor that we undertake, all right? So, deep breath. I told you that the key to surviving the onslaught that is coming our way, the astrological trials and tribulations, we have to connect to our breath. So, deep breath. And why in yoga or in tantra, why do we breathe through the nose? It's because when we breathe, inhale and exhale from the nose, the air or the oxygen we consume is moistened, as well as heated, as well as filtered. So, correct breathing is deep breathing. So before we begin, we will pay obeisance to Ganpati. And I've taught you the Ganpati mudras. There is the Ganesh mudra, there is Pausha mudra, there is the Danta mudra, then there is the Ankusha mudra, then there is the Vigna mudra. So I, for one, I'm going to apply the Ganesh mudra right near my Manipur, all right, Manipur chakra. And I'm going to take a deep breath. You can do the same. Retain that breath for as long as you can and gradually exhale. And we say, Gananam tva ganapatigum havamahe kavim kaviraupamashravastamam Jeshtarajam brahmana brahmanaspatayana shunbrunutivi siddha sadhanam Mahaganapataye Namaha. And Moola has a very and I've been talking non-stop today, clients and video calls and, recording videos. I just had, my voice has really been tested. But what I want to say is that there is a very deep connection to Moola and Ganpati. Because one of the symbols of Moola is the goad of an elephant. And we know that Ganpati has a goad and he is an elephant. So there's that connection. So the date is tomorrow, 23rd of December 2022. Now check the local timings in Vedic Panchang. And this is happening at 7 degrees 22 of Vedic Sagittarius. all right? And for, of course, tropical astrology people, this is in Capricorn. But I'm not going to be discussing tropical astrology here because we've just got so much ground to cover with the Vedic report and the tarot that I don't think I'll have time to get into that. So at 7 degrees and 22 of Sag, and this is happening at the Gemini Navamsa. Very mercurial, you know. That means paradoxical, very here now, gone the next. Very difficult to ground this Gemini Navamsa of Moola. Now, the etymology of the word Moola, or the meaning from where it stems, is the root. It means the root. Moola being the root, the original, the foundation, all right? Now, Brahma or Prajapati is the deity, but Niriti has been also attributed the rulership of this nakshatra. The planet attributed to this is Ketu. Now, interestingly, Ketu is the tail of the dragon. So kind of like, you know, all encompassing, kind of like a energy vortex, that is Ketu. Now, there are 3 symbols when it comes to Moola, a bunch of roots tied together, goat of an elephant, and tail of a lion. So very interesting things to think about. So when we do nakshatra in my workshops, I do nakshatra workshops as well, especially your birth moon nakshatra. Now when you meditate upon your birth moon nakshatra, its significations, its you know, how it has played out for you so far, it's very interesting to see the connections that are formed. And bunch of roots, they could mean so many things. Unity, right? Working together, harmony. Goad of an elephant, movement. You know, you goad an elephant or you goad an animal when you want them to move or when you want them to stop, right? Hey, let's go. Come on, when you're crossing the road with a friend. Hey, let's go, let's go. Oh, stop, 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 right? So, and tail of a lion. You know, we know that the tail of the Felis catus, as well as, you know, large cats out in the wild, is connected to their spine. So, interestingly, this connects straight to Gemini Navamsa because Gemini has to do with the nervous system, all right? And the fluids in your spine. Now, very interesting, the tail of the lion flickers when it is displeased, when it is anxious. So, you know, a whole bunch of significations open up when you try to question the symbology of the nakshatra. Why did the ancients attribute Hiret? Why did these ancients attribute these significations? What is the meaning? Why? Now, the span of Moola is 0 to 13 of Sag. Oh yes, you'll see many of Sagittarius. And as I said that Prajapati or Brahma, Rhett, if you don't mind, can you just post this in the group? I think you're a part of the group, right? In WhatsApp. If there's anybody there from our group or somebody from the Telegram group, then please drop the links because I honestly couldn't announce this live because I wasn't sure. I don't want to put a time to it because I'm never sure what time I'll be able to start. Once I've wrapped up everything, I can go, you know. So, Prajapati and Nirti. All right, Niriti. So, Prajapati is Brahma, creation, and Nirti is the goddess of dissolution or Alakshmi, the sister or the alter ego of Lakshmi. So if Lakshmi is matter, Alakshmi is antimatter. So, okay, antimatter is dangerous to us. If we interact with it, we will be dissolved. But there could very well be universes that are built of antimatter. So you see how, things that appear diabolical maybe just, run of the mill for someone else. So this niriti is almost like the energy of the black hole. Thank you, Red. Of the black hole. Dissolution. When I used to do astrology in the beginning, and I get a fair amount of Moola natives that consult me. And I remember reading some of the ancient astrological texts as well as speaking with some astrologers. And they kind of painted a very bleak archetype of Moola. Oh my God, it's really hard, it's tough. If you marry your son off to a Moola Nakshatra woman, you're going to become a widow. Or if your son marries a woman from Moola Nakshatra, she's going to come and dissolve the family. So this thing has kind of been there with Vedic astrology, and we've somehow gotten away with the demonizing Moola. Now, when we think of the Moola woman archetype, I think Draupadi comes to mind. Now, the Moola woman is dangerous. She will dissolve the family because she's a leader. She's a leader. She wants to take things into her own hands. She wants to upset the status quo. So she's ridiculed. She's picked on. But, give her a situation where she can spearhead the family. And you see how firm she is as a leader. So back in the old times, these things were dangerous, right? A woman coming and dislodging the patriarchal system. So the Moola natives have gained a very bad reputation. When parents come to me for, prenatal astrology, they're always like, we don't want them to be Moola, we don't want them to be Aridra. Says, they have these crazy understandings. But Moola is the root. How can you ignore the root? Right? So we have to dig deep because the root is not at the surface, right? If your son marries a Moola woman, you're not going to become a widow. Yeah, she may challenge your leadership capabilities. She may question the way you do things around the house. But, you're not going to be a widow because of someone your son married, right? It's something in your own horoscope, right? That needs balance. So, this kind of scapegoating, right? All the Moola is in Sag and not Capricorn. But this kind of scapegoating is something that I see when it comes to Moola, men and women. Okay, men and women. Now, animal is a male dog. So, yes, Moola natives, if they have a male dog, it is lucky and auspicious. Now, the Shakti of Moola is Barhan Shakti. Now, Barhan Shakti is the ability to dissolve, to destroy, to ruin, to break things apart, right? So immediately you see this Barhan Shakti sounds scary, right? Who wants to be broken apart? Who wants to be ruined, right? Nobody. But there is a deeper meaning to this. And when we talk about deeper meaning, this is ruled by Ketu. So you can't go deeper than that, right? This energy. So Barhan Shakti. Now Nirti, the root of this word is Nir. To go out. To be deprived. To be dissolved. Now, when we think of what we need to understand when it comes to this particular lunation, because it's going to affect us all, right? And Moon Chandra is in Moola for Amavasya, Pausha Amavasya. So it's going to affect us, right? Back to basics. Back to understanding the basics in some way, you know. What happened? What is the core of my beliefs? What is the core of the things I'm trying to accomplish? What is at the core of it all? So, back to basics in a way. And the thing about the movement, the motion of this nakshatra, that it is bound. In a sense, it is not all-encompassing. But Jupiter seeks to be all-encompassing. Sagittarius all-encompassing, ever-expanding. Yet there is a restrictive movement when it comes to Moola Nakshatra. A kind of a restriction that the natives feel, kind of a restriction that we will feel as we approach this lunation, 7 degrees 22. The scope is narrower of this particular nakshatra. Now, Alakshmi Nirti, right? Alakshmi and Nirti, I told you that if Lakshmi is matter, Alakshmi is antimatter. So, when you understand that antimatter can be destructive for us, right? Us poor folks living in this spiral arm in the Orion belt, right? For us, it's antimatter is dangerous. So, immediately we understand that, okay, maybe this is not totally auspicious, right? There are things to consider, things to be circumspect about when it comes to this. And this is a Gandhamoola Nakshatra, Gandhamoola Nakshatra. So, health problems in childhood, complications with regards to, you know, interactions with people, health, and just being bullied, you know, so many things. This childhood is havoc for Moola Nakshatra people. And when it comes to this particular nakshatra, there is a sinking feeling, like doom and gloom and despair. All right, so there's this kind of sinking feeling to this. And if you manage to not drown, then you shall resurrect. They say that Ravana, the Asura, the demon god who abducted Sita, is from Moola Nakshatra, is a Moola Nakshatra moon, is Moola moon. And Hanuman, the very epitome of humility and servitude, is also a native of Moola Nakshatra. So here, you know, and Moola is the 19th nakshatra. You know, let's just take the numerology apart right now. You know, and we have 1, which is kind of the beginning, also could be the ego, and 9 devotion. And 9 is an energy that encompasses every single other digit that came before it, till it goes into 2s, then 9, 10. So we have 1 and we have 9, right? And within them, we encompass all the energies from the beginning, where, you know, you form aham, ego, to renunciation, 9. All right. So, I mean, this is possibly not the correct mudra, but, you know, it's not a Freemason thing or a Illuminati thing, but it's a chin mudra. But you get the point, right? 9. So we had 1, which is aham, me, I, and 9, where you've gone through the whole, almost like the hero's journey, right? Almost like what Carl Jung intended as the process of individuation. So step by step, you're going through this, step by step, till you come face to face with renunciation, with humility, with humanitarian concerns. So that's quite interesting. The 19th nakshatra, just the numerology of that. So Hanuman, service, love, humility, right? And Ravan, ego, indestructibility. I am it, I am the one, everything is because of me. So these are both manifestations of Moola. So here you are drowning. If you manage to not drown, then you may just become Tulsi Das. You may become Sant Kabir. You may become like Bama Khapa, the greatest Shakta Tantrics that ever lived from Bengal. Trailanga Swami. For all these are children of Moola Nakshatra. You can be that Ravan, ego, everything is ego. You are it. You will destroy, you will dissolve. So Ravan brought Brahmastra. Brahmastra he wanted to use, right? The most powerful nuclear force. Again, thinking from pure ego consciousness. So, and Hanuman, surrender, love. We think when we speak about surrender, in our perverted, twisted understanding, we think of a weakness, that when we surrender, we are weak. That couldn't be further from the truth, because surrender to just what is, is the true liberation from which you start your spiritual progress. So Hanuman with his surrender and Ravana with his immense pride and immense ego. Ravana was the father of astrology. He was such a potent astrologer. Ketu, right? These Ketu natives understand astrology. So he wrote so many books and he had so much knowledge of Tantra and different things and the occult and the esoteric. But what did he do with that knowledge? Destroyed everything. By abducting Sita. By thinking, I am this alpha. Ravana is a very important character in Ramayana, which is an epic. Ramayana and Mahabharata are two of the oldest epics in the world. Alright, so Ravana is the antagonist in that epic story. So if you do not sing, you will be Kabir, you will be Bama Khapa, you will be Sant Tulsi Das, you will be Trailanga Swami. But if you give in to that ego in Moola, I am it, I am the super God, Now, Shanti Vidhan must be performed on this day, which is tomorrow. Check for local timings in your place. Shanti is peace, Vidhan is things you do, like Vidhan, like Vidhi Vidhan, like traditions and mores and rituals, right? So Shanti ritual must be done in, you can do it in the form of a homam, you can do it in the form of tarpan, you can do it in the form of mantra ucharan, ketu mantra ucharan, shrang shring shrong saketave namaha. You can do Dhumavati worship. Dhumavati worship is only for advanced practitioners of Tantra and it cannot be done at home. Hello. Alright, so Shanti Vidhan must be performed tomorrow. If you can't perform it yourself, you should get it performed by somebody. Alright, somebody who can do the... I am actually doing a ritual for everybody in my group. Everybody that's donated a bare sum of $13 to be included in a Bhagamalini, in a Bhagamalini ritual. Bhagamalini ritual is very intense. Bhagamalini is an emanation of Lalita Tripura Sundari. And when Bhairav mated with Bhagamalini, or Shiva mated with Bhagamalini, he became Bhagavan. Bhaga also means yoni. So tomorrow I will be doing a ritual with these very beautiful chirmi seeds, 51 chirmi seeds, a Shanti Vidhan tomorrow I will be doing for the people in my group. So it's not too late. If you want to be included, let me know. Now, 6 nakshatras are ruled by Mercury and Ketu. Alright, Mercury and Ketu. And these nakshatras that are in the junctures or sandhis are known as Gandhamula nakshatra. Revati and Ashwini. Revati is ruled by Mercury. Revati, Ashwini ruled by Ketu. Ashlesha and Magha. Ashlesha, Mercury, Magha, Ketu, and Jyeshtha and Moola. So these Sandhi signs, they are known as Gandhamula nakshatras, and they are, when a child is born in these nakshatras, moon especially, not the ascendant or sun signs or anything like that, moons, then it's considered inauspicious. So if you are giving birth tomorrow, you better do Shanti Vidhan after 27 days when the Gandhamula nakshatra, returns and repeats itself, right? Every 27 days the nakshatra returns and repeats itself. So if you are giving birth tomorrow, you come back 27 days later, you do a Shanti Vidhan. And Ganpati works very well. Ganpati energy, any kind of, Tarpanam, Homam, even Pancha Puja, Kavach recitation works really, really well during this time. So, everybody giving birth, Shanti Vidhan must be done 27 days later. Do it now and thank me later, believe me. So remedies for this, when the sun is in Gandhamula nakshatra, Moola nakshatra, then Aditya Hridaya Stotram is chanted. Or you can just chant Hreem Ram Namah Shivaya with Lingam Mudra on this side. Right, so this name, Lingam Mudra. And Ram, Hreem, Hreem, Ram, Namah Shivaya. Or, however you want to sing it. Or you want to say it in your mind. It depends on you. Hreem, Ram, Namah Shivaya, or recitation of Aditya Hridaya Stotram. Now when the moon is in Moola, you should recite Annapurna Kavach, which I am teaching in a workshop. Or you can recite Annapurna mantra. Annapurna Kavach is much longer, of course. Or you can just recite Annapurna. Annapurna is the goddess of sustenance. Now these goddesses are not different. They all emanate from that one Parashakti, one Adi Shakti. So Annapurna, and you can apply Shukri Mudra, and you can chant Om Reem Shreem Kleem Bhagavati Annapurne Namaha. Okay, so Om Reem Shreem Kleem Bhagavati Annapurne Namaha. Right? Now if anybody's got the mantra, just write it down so I can pin it and people can see it. Om Hreem Shreem Kleem Bhagavati Annapurne Namaha. And if you chant this during this particular Pausha Amavasya in Moola Nakshatra, you will get a lot of benefit. Now, of course, I said the Shanti Vidhans, you can get Tarpan, you can get Puja, and you can learn something that day. So I'm totally booked. I don't have time for a workshop. But in the future, when Moola Nakshatra comes around, it is best to devote yourself to spirituality. because energy is so hard that the outside world can really disappoint. So it's best to turn inwards. The elephant's goad. So sometimes we are goaded inwards. We are forced to look inwards because we have nothing to do. Our friends have ditched us. We have no place to go. We have, no clubs to visit, no alcohol to drink. And then what do we do in our silence? Of course, we get on our phones, but take the phone away, and then we are goaded into this place where we are forced to know ourselves and spend time with ourselves. So this is a very important thing about Moola. How? Will you be Hanuman or will you be Ravan? Simple. If one can channel this energy, then this is a direct route to the galactic sun. I love that song, Black Hole Sun, right? And I'm not going to sing, but you get the point. The galactic sun, which is actually a black hole in Sagittarius A, right? And it is at the very center of our galaxy, right? And what are the astrological implications of thank you, Bhagavate Annapurne, N-E-I, Annapurne. Annapurna is also okay, but Annapurne Namaha. Now, what are the astrological implications to a Moola Nakshatra Amavasya conjunct the galactic center? This is deep. Now, we astrologers, we believe in one thing: as above, so below. Science tells us that we are stardust, right? And as Carl Sagan said, we are stardust contemplating stars, right? So it's as above, so below, right? Going on this fundamental axiom or understanding, we can say that whatever is out there is inside of us, and whatever is inside of us is out there. So when we think of a black hole, black holes are mysterious. The unseen, unknown force that is pulling at everything, right? Really attracting everything, even gobbling up light, beyond the event horizon. So what is this? And if you start circulating near a black hole, you will be sucked in. The minute you go too close, right? The minute you cross that event horizon, bam, you're sucked in. So this means that we cannot avoid where we will be sucked in tomorrow, right? We don't know where we will be sucked in. It's like, we're just tottering over the event horizon. And we're ready to be just grasped whole by the black hole. And we have to give in. For the black hole will reveal to us a mirror universe. We get sucked in and we see a mirror universe. What do we see there? Do we see shadows? Do we see our inherent compulsions gaping at us? Do we face headlong, do we run headlong into our addictions or just our negative attributes, Does it come staring down at us? All those things, do they come? The reptilian urges. So this is something, the black hole is sucking us into its force field. It is churning the very fabric of our consciousness. It is forcing us to accept the shadows, to look at the mirror universe, right? And the reptilian urges will definitely be there as we approach this lunation. Many people are feeling it now. I'm quite sure of it. All these compulsive traits. So we have to understand that when we talk about the unconscious, the subconscious, the unconscious, we have to understand that symbols originate from this place, right? So symbols, and it's up to us to make sense of the signifiers, right? Because meaning is ever changing. Meaning is interpretive, right? So you can only look at signifiers that keep pointing you to another signifiers. Meaning, you cannot posit meaning, for it keeps changing, shifting and sliding. Now, what are black holes? They're collapsed stars, right? Things falling apart. This is something to think about. Things falling apart. So how prophetic does that sound? Because Moola is dissolution, coming apart. So this is very interesting. So there's this archetype of what's collapsed in us. What is collapsed in us? How do we make sense of that? What self-sabotage patterns have we created? We need to take a deep, deep look inside. So yes, definitely. Now, the thing is that in this, when we are conjunct the galactic center, the black hole, we have to realize, hey, stop it. We have to realize that we need to work with the shadow world, right? It's duality. We need to understand and embrace that duality. And if we can work with our shadow self, and we immediately feel more empowered. Okay, we feel empowered. Like, okay, wow. You know how it is when you solve a complicated equation, or something that's been bothering you. Say you're a writer, and you had that perfect word that you were looking for to kind of elucidate the meaning you had in mind. Because again, meaning is so subjective, right? But we know that, okay, this is what it means, but okay, this is a copper plate, but just by itself it could have so many significations to people. Someone may have fallen sick eating from a copper plate. Someone's luck may have changed. Someone may have got hurt with the copper plate. So you see how meanings, even objects like solid objects in the real world, they have their set of meanings, but the meanings change according to the observer, according to the person interpreting them. So this is something really interesting that I thought you should think of, that, think about what Joseph Campbell taught us about the hero's journey, right? We know about the hero's journey. The hero has to go to a faraway land, has to battle all kinds of monsters, has to save the girl, and has to come back home, right? But really on a deep level, on a soul level, what is the hero's journey? If you ask yourself, can come up with answers like facing fears, right? Slaying the dragon, right? We all want to slay the dragon. 100K subscribers, right? We want 100K subscribers. Who doesn't? I mean, right? That's the hero's journey. They're all, I set out to make videos. I made those videos. Look, my channel is now 100K subscribers. Look, I'm a writer. I set out on my goal to become a writer. Look, I published 3 novels. Tell me, is that the hero's journey? Do you think that is the hero's journey? Interestingly, the real hero's journey is not where the hero slays the dragon, but it is where the dragon slays you. The dragon slays your ego. The dragon slays Ravana. Alright? So this, your ego, has to be slayed. Look at me. I started my journey as an astrologer. Oh, I write well. Oh, I speak quite well. Oh, I can go out there, make videos. I'm going to make 100K subscribers, right? That's the hero's journey, right? But no. The hero's journey is to be ridiculed. No, you're not going to get 100K subscribers. Try as hard as you want. You're not going to get it. Because the dragon's slaying you. It's about me. Look, I'm so good at it. I deserve 100K subscribers. No. The dragon will slay you. You will get this. Oh, you have all these great things to offer to the world and no one's interested, right? And you're crushed. Think all my wonderful gifts and my wonderful talents. The world doesn't want my talents. Where is my hero's journey? I did not get 100K subscribers. Am I a failure? As an astrologer, am I a failure? There is no need to slay the dragon. There is no need to label your achievements in such a way. It's absolutely fine to be 40 without children. It's absolutely fine to rent and not buy your house if that's what you think will save you money. It's absolutely okay to not buy your beloved a diamond ring. You have to let the dragon slay you. I am so good at it. Look at me, my channel. I'll get 100K subscribers. Right? Hard. Hard. So think of that. Winning, my friend. Slaying the dragon. The hero's journey. The Western world was built on the hero's journey. Or you're going to go, you're going to slay the dragons, you're going to go far away, you're going to get beaten up, you're going to beat the bad guys, you're going to, get Rapunzel from that tower, you're going to slay that dragon, you're going to get back and you're going to have 100 kids and live happily ever after, right? But nothing's forever. Nothing lasts forever. It's an illusion. Winning is an illusion. Right? So this is what I am saying, The hero's journey. Maybe you want to redefine for yourself the hero's journey. It's all right, I don't have 100K subscribers. At least 100 people watch my videos. And believe me, I'm so desperate that even if 2 people watched my videos, I would possibly still make them. So that is my hero's journey. Following what I love doing. Breathing with what I love doing. Right? So what does the hero's journey mean to you? That is something to ask yourself. Winning is an illusion. It's an illusion, right? The real wisdom of Moola will allow us to be shattered. Yeah, shatter me. Great, I don't have 100K subscribers. All right, shatter me. Wow, I accept it. Now that ego is gone, right? Still, slumming it at 25K, like, no ego. Look at me, I got 1 million subscribers, right? So, no ego. There I'm talking to you humbly. Maybe if I had 100K subscribers, I wouldn't... Tantric processes do not only give ego death and divorce you from the material world. I am a Sri Vidya Upasika. For me, ultimate surrender is at the mother's feet. And if she wants me to immerse myself in materialism, I shall, with ego death. And if she wants me to renunciate, I shall. Sri Vidya is the only path that allows all the four purusharthas. Artha, Kama, Dharma, Moksha. Because without Artha, you will not understand Dharma. Without Kama, there is never Moksha. So, that is the first thing about Sri Vidya. Surrender to the... there will be some shattering, right? There will be. But, only if we allow ourselves to be shattered and dismantled, we can put back those pieces. Okay, good. Maybe all those things that we were holding on to, right? They needed to be destroyed. They needed to go. Then we can remold again. Then we can recreate again, right? So, no one's a winner. It's not a race, is what is being told to us. It's not a race. No one is the winner. No one is the loser. Everybody move with focus, concentration, or just love. We can be guided by love, So, humility. When you come to people and you start talking to people, hey, I'm this, I'm that, I got this ego. So, in a sense, you're only feeding the ego, right? So, the hero's journey has to be redefined. So, when you're not feeding the ego, that's when magic happens. That's when you understand the true hero's journey. Love you, Red. That's when you understand the true hero's journey, right? And then we come to the root, the mool of it. The root is gratitude. The root is humility. The root is interconnectedness of everything. So let's strip down to the root, right? Get to the base. Now, another very interesting thing is with this galactic sun, the galactic black hole Sagittarius A connection. Black holes are, astrologically speaking, I would say, portals to our true power, our power source, right? So the galactic sun is a portal between life, death, and the afterlife. So ancestors, spirits, and Ketu already is heavily associated to ancestors and past lives. So, you can imagine how the energy gets amplified, past life, remembering incarnations, all of that stuff. So, when we think of this black hole in Sagittarius A, it exerts a massive gravitational pull on it. And I have already discussed with you how Ganpati is the graviton, the quantum gravity generator. So it is a very good day to do Tarpanam, Ganpati Tarpanam, Mahaganpati Tarpanam, with his 28-lettered mantra, Om Sring Ring Kling Long Ganganapate Varavarada Sarvajalam Me Vashmanaye Swaha. And you can do Mahaganpati Tarpan. It is going to be so beneficial because I've seen that when Moola natives turn to Ganpati, their arrogance becomes wisdom. They can completely reverse the accursed energy that comes with Ketu and with this Gandhamoola Nakshatra. It's complicated. Let's just put it that way. So, if you're wanting energy, all right, and when you see some kind of energy, right? If you want to get energy, so you want to get a relationship, you want to get married, then it's a very good day to do Havans. And the black hole in Sagittarius 8 weighs about 4 million times the sun's mass. Like, Like, can we understand how magnanimous, how ginormous the black hole is? I mean, 4 million times. I mean, I don't even know. We say million, billion, but we actually don't have any understanding, any practical understanding as to what that means. So I was reading the chart from the moon sign, Sagittarius, and Jupiter, right, rules this lunation because Jupiter rules two signs, which is Sag and Pisces. Now Jupiter is in rulership, has gone into the fourth house, Kendra, in Pisces. So Jupiter's in rulership, and this fourth house has to do with land, home, property, extended family, country. Interestingly, Moola also has a connection to property, all right, mortgages. So these things are so uncanny, right? Jupiter in the fourth house ruling this lunation, which is ruled by Ketu, and Ketu is Thara Ganpati. The Devta associated to Ketu is Ganpati. If you want to be saved from the onslaught of Ketu, you have to surrender to Ganpati. There is no other way. Of course, it was solstice last night, and it was the longest night, a night of contemplation, hopefully, and some magic that you guys did. Time for introspection, Dev. Now, I told you that Nirti, and Prajapati or Brahma rule Moola. Now, Prajapati desired, may I find the root of progeny. If one is to propitiate Nirti and Moola Nakshatra, then one will get to the root of progeny. But Nirti takes away the root of one's progeny or causes the loss of one's first child. So this is pretty complicated. Never loan money when moon is in Moola, because repayment of that loan will become impossible. It's cursed by Moola's energy, I told you, of boundedness or movement without progress. So this is another thing with Moola, movement without progress. Like, you tend to do so much where you just stagnant. Again, Ganpati sadhana is the only thing that can break. See, I mean, Amavasya benefits, but not only benefits, effects. They stay for up to, for a while actually, depending on which house it is affecting and, what's happening. So, there. Now, never loan money, okay? Don't get married at this time. Don't commit to someone. Don't commit to someone about a business venture either. So, Moola, also some very important things, words of caution. There could be dangerous burns, all right? There could be dangerous burns. So, be careful. Choking. What you eat, be careful of choking, be careful of drowning. Don't go swimming in the lake or in the pond or in some water body, in the pool. Don't go swimming at night if it's dark. If it's your club, if you go there every day to swim at night, fine. Don't step out of your regime, do something strange, all right? Murders can happen this day also. So violence can happen, all right? Firstly, drowning, be very careful of. Violent outbursts, accidents. Try not to go out tomorrow or do anything dangerous tomorrow. Broken bones. Be careful about broken bones. Dangerous sexual behavior that can result in infection. So be careful. Addictive tendencies with drugs. Dangerous addictive behavior. Dangerous sexual behavior. murders can happen. Okay, I mean, if we go back and if we look through the world, and I mean, murder happens all the time, but you will see that during such Gandhamula activation of Moola, it's possible that a serial killer strikes, or some kind of high, like high strung murder mysteries like that kind could happen. Be very careful when moon is in Moola, not just for right now, also in the future, because this energy brings with it a kind of recklessness with emotional health and well-being. So if you are already emotionally kind of like not where you need to be, you have this kind of like maybe some kind of mental disease, or phobias. So this can of course, free will, of course free will. Mercury has nothing to do with Ketus. Both of these guys are although we do have something with Mercury this lunation, because it is in the Gemini Navamsa. So bam, that's gonna be, and breathing, anxiousness. That's, please don't be reckless. Please don't be reckless with your emotional health. Don't put yourself in dangerous situations. Don't have unprotected sex. Don't go out in the night. Don't talk to strangers online and decide to meet them. Now, many really learned people, ancient people, have said that when moon or Chandra is in Moola, it is an accident waiting to happen. Be careful. Now we talk about Moola. Moola is always over-expansive. Why? Because it has Jupiterian energy of rulership through sign. It is emotionally apathetic because we've got Ketu, right? And we have large humanitarian ideals because of Sagittarius philosophy. What is your unique brand of philosophy? That is very important. There is a certain reckless disregard for consequences when it comes to Moola natives. So I guess that, the moon is common people. So people like us will immediately start feeling this energy, right? So please don't be reckless, and don't, have reckless disregard for consequences, because action and reaction, baby, you can't miss that. Eschew such behavior. Curses. If somebody is looking to curse you, if they go to an astrologer, tantric, or sorceress, and they are like, I want to curse this person, then the sorceress will, no, it's very, very powerful. Ketu will make you king if you worship Ganapati. If Ganapati blesses you, Ketu will bless you. Simple. If you don't do Ganapati sadhana, then you are cursed. Simple. Now, the thing is that curses, if somebody is looking to curse you, they are going to curse you on this day. Believe me, it is. When the moon is in Moola Nakshatra, curses. People wait for the time to put curses. Alright? Spells. Anybody wants to put a, ill health spell on you, evil eye spell on you, okay? Any kind of, jadoo, tona, kala jadoo, black magic, all of this is done on this day. Tamasic work is done on this day. And also possession by spirit. All right. I've told you many times that there are entities, yakshas, yakshanis, jinns, and pishachis, what not. There's so many entities, apsaras, gandharvas, right? You don't need any material. You need to get initiated and have Shaktipat done through your chakras, and you need to practice mantra, nyas, mudra. Simple. I do Uchishta Ganapati workshops, Mahaganapati workshops, Hirambha Ganapati workshops, Haridra Ganapati workshops. So, and I've kept the fees very nominal. So you can drop me an email if you're interested. So here we can have possession by spirit. Do not go to a graveyard. Do not do anything like, try not to go under trees, old trees in the night tomorrow, all right, with the Amavasya. Don't do that, all right? You can get possessed. So possessions are very possible, all right, even if it is for brief time frames, possession. Also, exorcisms are very effective on this day. If you feel that you are cursed in some way, if someone's cursed you, someone's put an evil charm, maybe, you just found something outside your place of residence, an evil charm, or, some kind of something that looks absolutely insidious to you, right? So in that case, all this kind of khandan work, like, negation work, can be done on Moola Nakshatra day. Yes, and they need to protect themselves. They can be cursed, and like as I said, that till you don't find Ganpati's wisdom, till you don't, and how do you find Ganpati's wisdom? You have to allow Ketu and Jupiter to, because in trees we have spirits called gechos. So, in the night it's best not to go and disturb them. Then in Moola Nakshatra times, gechos can possess you. So gechos are there, then there are, naughty yakshas, yakshinis who can do problems with this. So try to stay away from anything dangerous. Don't go on a date tomorrow. Don't meet anybody strange. Don't go swimming. Don't go driving. Don't go skiing. Don't do anything dangerous, okay? Don't eat anything dangerous. Don't eat anything dangerous either. So, if in fact you are the victim of black eye, then Moola Nakshatra, yes, there is. Definitely there is, which I will tell you. You can... Alright, so let's just do the tarot, and then I'm going to talk about my workshops. But let us just, be done with the tarot, because it's as I said, it's a difficult energy, which is why, I don't like to come here and tell you, okay, everything is going to be good, everything is nice, because then everything is nice. You don't need me here, right? You don't need me to come and tell you, hey, everything's going to be good. But when it's excessively challenging, you can get to know, believe me, if it's your life, you can get to know. You can consult an astrologer, you can get to know. So let's see, people, let us get, if somebody can make, it's at 1 hour, 3 minutes. Somebody can make a little comment that says a tarot starts or something. All right, Aries, 9th house. Man, oh man, what a thing. This just fell out. Okay, Aries. So I'm not going to choose a card. Working under somebody, an apprenticeship that comes around. Maybe even in the property line, real estate, realtors. You have to work under someone. You've got to prove yourself. And it's about discipline. It's definitely about, exploring other facets. Because when you have a mentor, they kind of guide you, right, to finding your right path. So that's important. Now, Taurus, 8th house, problematic for all you sweetie Taurians out there. 8th house, complicated, sex, and especially Taurian natives are going to be the ones to engage in dangerous and reckless sexual behaviors and get infected. So Taurus moons, I'm going to tell you, don't do anything stupid. You stay where you are. you exercise, you listen to music, maybe put face bags, do something nice, do it at home. Don't go out meeting anybody, okay? 8th house shit is Moola, not a good sign, all right? Wow, all that, and here we have, I think you'll have a good time. Taurians, if, as I said, that once you tune in to this beautiful energy of the galactic center, the black hole, you'll manifest everything. So set dissolve what's not needed, work on what's needed, and I think you will be able to manifest something beautiful. And of course, now let's get to Gemini. We have the 7th house of marriage. No, this is Vedic moons. This is Vedic moon sign. Or you can also check ascendant. But it's Vedic moon sign. Alright, so Gemini, 7th house, open enemies, spouse, sticky. Wow, okay, so this I feel is someone, and someone is kind of like playing mind games with you, and is kind of taking one step forward and you take 5 steps and this person takes a step back. So you're kind of like, you don't know where you stand with this person, Gemini, and I think you're thinking of something long term, but you need to wait it out. Things aren't not clear. Cancer, 6th house, hidden enemies can attack health. I mean, work life can be disrupted. Set those intentions if you want a better job. It's a good time, and please don't eat. Your ruler, the moon, is in this diabolical Nakshatra, which is your 6th house. So, again, we had the Knight of Pentacles. So this energy of making sound, 6th house again works. So here we have a direct connection to this person, bringing in maybe work ideas or some way to enhance your finances. Can be somebody you meet in the work field. Can be Taurus, actually. I don't know why I have this Taurus playing in my head. Now, Leo, 5th house of romance. Don't go around falling in love. This lunation Leo, because wow, do we have the same cards like coming out? It's crazy. So celebration. I'm an Yippee-doo. Good for me. I'm a Leo ascendant, so yes, and Vedic. So yeah, something good's cooking, creativity, right? Where you find maybe your creative family. That's also amazing. Virgo, 4th house. A little complicated, okay? A little complicated. So, home, family. I mean, if you feel like justice has not been served, it will be. This could also mean that you meet someone who's a man of the law or a woman of the law, And I think Virgos will, the mercurial minds, I think they'd be good with, people with uniforms, right? Okay, Libra, 3rd house. It's not that bad. So, yeah. But we have the Tower card. So, yeah. A little complicated, especially in your local neighborhoods. Maybe you're meeting up a cousin and something completely, or a classmate, or something like that, very possible. So, we have Scorpio, 2nd house, money, income, all of that. And all right, so either you're being miserly, maybe with your family, and it's Christmas, right? So it's Christmas, so maybe imbibe a more happy-go-lucky vibe, or maybe someone else. Hey, get down. Or maybe somebody else is being extremely miserly with you, and this person's holding on to your money, or in some way, or your maybe your bonus, pension, 2nd house, and that pops up. So you see, okay, Sag, my sweethearts, 1st house, baby. Let's see what you got. Okay, patience, patience, patience. You've done the work. I mean, you've done all you can, honestly. Spirit is telling you you've done all you can. And now it's just really a matter of, thank you. You have, you have this, it's just a matter of things now finally taking shape, maybe, right? We don't know. But something nice. Just be patient, please, Sag. Be patient. It's not your strength, but be patient. Okay, Capricorn. Okay, this is another sign that is, like I said, Taurus, right? 8th, Virgo, 4th, Capricorn, 12th, the earth signs. Whoa, earth guys. Please take a moment here, chill. 12th house, don't get drunk or you could get alcohol poisoning. If you are doing meth, you can overdose. If you're doing heroin, you can overdose. Coke, overdose. Don't do anything stupid. Capricorn. Okay, if you are in a hotel, there could be some accident, a freak accident, a fire breaks out. Try to stay home. Simple. Now we've got Aquarius, 11th house, something lucky. Now, what Spirit wants you to know? Nice. Going forward. And also some kind of creative movement there that I see. Maybe this larger groups, these larger groups you are involved with. There's some kind of creative inspiration that creates a kind of a momentum. I see this is pretty amazing. And Pisces, of course, 10,000. Career, recognition, all of this is at stake. So let's see what we have for you. Celebration. Looks like the Christmas is gonna be fine for my Pisces. So yeah, right? Like amazing. And okay, now I just want to talk about my workshops. So tomorrow I have a ritual for Bhagamalini, a form of Lalita Tripura Sundari. And Bhagamalini ritual will give you beauty, untold grace. As also kind of like, anti-aging, very powerful for magnetic kind of attraction. It's very good to get a mate. And I'll be doing Bhagamalini ritual with chirmi seeds. There's very powerful tantric items. These are the seeds that the goddess loves. And they're like little magical ladybirds. Look at them. So 51 chirmi seeds ritual tomorrow. If you want to be a part of this ritual, drop me an email, tina@tinahills.com. And for only $13, you can be a part of this ritual. It's anti-aging, increases beauty, and all of that. Uchishta Ganpati level 1, level 2, level 3 are on. Sri Vidya is on level 1. I'm teaching Mahaganpati and Bala workshops. And a book is out on Sri Vidya, of course. Those 22 people have bought that book. So please, I need more people to buy that book, because the other books were like 90, 80, like that many people. I don't know why people are not interested in Sri Vidya, because it is the best way, the best spiritual discipline that you can find. So Sri Vidya workshops with Mahaganpati, Bala, Matangi are on, and Khadgamala workshops are of course on. And the rest, Uchishta Ganpati, 3 levels, Uchishta Ganpati remedy pujas, Uchishta Ganpati puja and kavach for any complications. As I said, that tomorrow is a very good day. And as the year ends, it's always good to get a puja done of Ganpati. You can, be online and view the puja that I do. It's quite interesting, and it is very therapeutic and connected. It makes you feel very connected. Rudrakshas are available. Absolutely original Rudrakshas are available, and I'm also now offering tarot readings as well as astrology readings. Will be back from January, February next year. But what I am offering now is a tarot card a day for but it's just for you, so it can't be like really cheap. It's about 120 a month, and you get all cards, like one day one card, one message. It's not the learning part. Like the learning part, the tarot course I'm teaching is $450 at 50% off, but this is more of a reading for you. It's not a class. It's not teaching you tarot. It's telling you how your day will go. So drop me a mail if you want tarot reading, if you want to join one card a day thing, if you want puja, kavach, or if you want to be a part of my ritual tomorrow, drop me an email. Now, before going, how can you protect yourself? Right, I think Red had asked. So very simple, all right. Uchishta Ganpati is very, very powerful when it comes to protection. Very powerful. Hedamba Ganpati is very powerful. So Ganpati beats Goom, Goom, and Mudra Sarvavashankari to keep everything under control. It's okay. So hold Sarvavashankari Mudra. Hold in Manipur, right here, not here, here, Manipur. Hold Sarvavashankari Mudra. Take a deep breath. Hold the breath for as long as you can. Slowly release. Like this, you do 10 times, and then you start chanting, holding the mudra on your Manipur. Om Gom Om Gom Om Gom. If you do this tomorrow for about half an hour to 35 minutes. If you don't want to do it so slow, you can do Pangshu Padvati. So, Om Gom, Om Gom, Om Gom, Om Gom, Om Gom. That is also okay. So, well, much love for this difficult lunation that's coming up for us all. Namaste. Sending you love, peace, ecstasy, joy, bliss, internal awakening. And drop me an email and let's chat. Thank you.